Alright, Yu-Gi-Oh players, brand new B drill. Just kidding. It is called the Battle Wasp, but I think it's called B Force over there, but that's straight up B drill. And a bunch of other cards coming out into the game, and of course that new Blue Eye stuff. So let's go ahead and hop right into it. So starting right off with the brand new Battle Wasp. So first off, we have the Rapier the Furious. So it is a level 5 wind insect effect, 1900 attack, 0 defense. It says that if you can only use the first and second effects of it each once per turn. Then if you control no face-up monsters other than insect monsters, you can discard one other insect monster to place a Battle Wasp wind from your deck face up in your spell and trap zone, then special summon this card from your hand. Also, you can't special summon from the extract for the rest of the turn except for insect monsters. And then you can banish this card from the graveyard to reduce the level of one insect monster you control by 1. Okay, so here's the new super mega boss monster. Okay, this better be like the greatest thing ever, because Battle Wasps, that was kind of one of those like cheap archetypes that you just built on the side just for fun. I don't think they were ever really even remotely good. But anyways, Grand Partition, the Revolution. Alright, it's better be good then. So it's a level 12 wind insect synchro effect monster with 3000 attack, 2000 defense points, and it requires 1 tuner plus 1 non-tuner monsters. And then you can only use the third effect of this card's name once per turn. So the first part is it can't be destroyed by card effects. Second part is insect synchro monsters you control gain 200 attack for each of your banished insect monsters. And then if this card becomes banished, you can special summon it. Then you can destroy cards your opponent controls up to the number of your banished insect monsters, then inflict 500 damage to your opponent for each card destroyed with this effect. Okay, so considering it can't be destroyed, they have to destroy it by battle, and it already kind of boosts itself. I guess they would probably just bounce it back. And it only gets this effect if it's banished. If you happen to maybe run like the penguin stuff and then a combo with this and then they can't be returned and then it only becomes banished, sure. But is it that great? I think that they would just get rid of it again by other means, because then they wouldn't banish it, because otherwise you could run like maybe macro Battle Wasps is going to be the go-to thing. But like its other effect is only once per turn, so you just destroy it twice, I guess. Well, even though it can't be destroyed by card effects, you'd have to destroy it by battle. But I think people will just bounce it back at the end of the day. Anyways, next up though, they still got more stuff. Oh, we got another synchro. Sachi the Ritual Bow, so it's level 6 wind, 24 attack, 1200 defense points, and of course it's going to be another insect. But here's 1 insect tuner and 1 plus non-tuner monsters. So as you can only use the third effect of this card's name once per turn. So the first part is that this card is synchro summon, you can treat it as a tuner. Second part is you can turn 1 continuous spell you control to the hand during your main phase. This turn you can normal summon 1 Battle Wasp in addition to your normal summoner set. You can only gain this effect once per turn. Third effect is if this card is sent to the graveyard as synchro material, you can inflict 100 damage to your opponent for each of your banished Battle Wasp monsters. So they really want you to banish a bunch of these like small, maybe it adds up though. Let's check out the other support cards. This is a spell card called the Armament Swarm. You can only activate 1 card with this card's name per turn, so you can't special summon for the rest of the turn after this resolves, except for insect monsters. Then also special summon an insect monster with 1000 or less attack from your hand or deck, and if you special summon it from the deck, send 1 monster you control to the graveyard. Oh, okay. So this could maybe be used in other things, maybe Gokibor. The second part is if a face-up insect synchro monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect while this card is in your graveyard, you can banish this card to add 1 summoning swarm from your deck to your hand. Oh, it doesn't even protect the card. Okay, then we have Battle Wasp Wind. So this is a continuous spell card that says you can only activate 1 card with this card's name per turn, up to twice per turn. If a Battle Wasp monster is normal or special summoned to your field, you target 1 of them. Add a Battle Wasp monster with lower attack from your deck to your hand. The second part is once per turn, you target an insect monster you control that has a level, and if you do use it as synchro material this turn, you can treat it as a tuner. It's a little bit easier summoning conditions, but I don't really remember Battle Wasp off the top of my head, other than like it was one of those like again free archetypes that you would just eventually get from whatever set it came out of, and people built it. And it was mediocre. But does this make Battle Wasp actually viable? Let me know it down below. Next up, more stuff from Rage of the Abyss. This is Chaotic Allure Queen. Wait, is this a level support? You can only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn. So it's 15/15 for the stats. It's going to be light spellcaster. So you can discard 1 other light or dark monster special summon from your hand. Second part is you can target 1 monster in either graveyard, equip it to this card, and if you do, this card's name becomes that monster's until the end phase. Then, if it's a light or dark, you can special summon a Dark Allure Queen monster from your deck or graveyard. Now, what the heck is the Allure Queen like archetype? Like, are these even good? Because that's what I was thinking. Like, oh, it's level support, right? Isn't this like level 1, 2? So okay, the biggest boss monster. Oh, it's I think I remember this coming out and it was like really mediocre. So what does level 7 do? So once per turn, if this card was special summon by the effect of level 5, you can select, you can equip it. And if it would be destroyed, you can destroy. Well, the problem is that like special summoning this isn't even good because it has to be special summoned from Lure Queen level 5, and you're just summoning it from this. It doesn't. It didn't even say, oh, it counts as special summoning from that. Okay, that's a pretty mediocre. Okay, my guess is it's gonna come out with more stuff. Like I remember seeing this and like, is this even the good? Because this card has to be link summoned. Okay, yeah, I don't know. It's probably not even gonna be good unless we get more support. Next up, I don't even know what these cards are. These are more. I think these are the other world premieres for info. Okay, so the League of Uniform Nomenclature Strikes. So Ojama stuff maybe. Target one face-up monster you control, equip 2 monsters with the same original name as that target from your hand, deck, and or graveyard to that as equipped spells, and if you do, it cannot attack or be destroyed by battle while equipped with those 2 cards. That's really cool. You cannot special summon for the rest of the turn after this card resolves, except for monsters with the same original type as the targeted monster. You can only activate one of the League of the Uniform Nomenclature Strikes per turn. This could actually be pretty interesting for maybe some like off-meta stuff. I like the idea of like this card just being able to equip 2 monsters with the same original name that you just want to dump into the graveyard. Pretty cool stuff indeed. Next up, we have Kotobo's Hana Matsuri, which is a machine effect over here. And it's 22/22. It says if this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can target a machine monster on the field for the rest of this turn. You can't special summon from the extra deck except for Xyz monsters. Also special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. And if you do, half the monster's attack. Also, this card's level becomes that monster's. You can only use the effect of Kotobo's Hana Matsuri once per turn. Next up, we got the Zapper Shrimp. So Zapper Shrimp is a level 2 light fish synchro turner effect, 1000 attack, 1200 defense, and requires a tuner and a non-tuner. So if the card is special summoned, you get to send one other card from your hand or field to the graveyard, then target a spell trap your opponent controls, destroy it. You can only use this effect of Zapper Shrimp once per turn. Then once per chain during your opponent's main phase as a quick effect, immediately after this effect resolves, you get a synchro summon using this card you control. Okay, cool. Okay, what is it? Shrimp frying gun? Oh, because you're... okay, I get it. Okay, that's good and cool. All right, next up we have another card. Is this Gimmick Puppets up? So we have Puppet Shark. Puppet Shark Style is the name of the card. Normal trap card says you can only activate 1 card with this card's name per turn. So you detach a material from a monster on the field. If you do, execute the top 4 cards of your deck. Choose one of them and apply this effect based on its type. Also place the rest on the top of the deck in the same order. So if it's a monster / spell, you get to add it to your hand, or trap. It can be activated this turn. Oh, okay. So that's pretty dang good. I like it. Now, I mean, that is so dang good that you're able to go for whatever, but would you really want to play a trap card? Like, it definitely would be good if you got to go first, and you get to just go see what you're going to be going for, and then you get to just go for that hand trap or whatever card that you need for later. It has a little bit of potential, but again, traps are just too slow in this game. Next up, we have a black and white card called AznEyes Soulblaze Dragon. I'm sure it's just that it's in a magazine and they didn't put color in this page, maybe. Anyways, so this is AznEyes Soulblaze Dragon. So it's 2000 attack, 2500 defense points, and its materials are 1 tuner plus 1 plus non-tuner monsters. It says you can only use the effect of amongst the first and second effects of this card's name per turn, only once that turn. So the first part is if this card is special summoned, you get to special summon 1 face-up pendulum monster from your extra deck, and you can't special summon it while you control that face-up monster except for pendulum monsters. Second part is if this card is in your graveyard, you get to banish 2 other fusion, synchro, Xyz, and or pendulum monsters from your graveyard to special summon this card. This card it's included with some sort of structures, but it's for OCG, so we'll get it some other form in TCG more likely. Anyways, next up we got the Performage Ball Balancer. So it is a level 4 Earth Spellcaster Pen effect, 1000 attack, 18 defense, pen scale of 3. Pendulum effect reads, you can only use the pendulum effect of this card's name once per turn. So the first part is, during your main phase, you can send 1 Performage pendulum monster from your extra deck to the graveyard. Then you can increase this card's pendulum scale by the sent monsters effects. Oh, by the sent monsters. And then this is the monster effect. So the monster effect is you can only use the first and second and the third effect of this card's name each once per turn. If you control a Performage monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Second part is if this card is normal or special, you get to activate one of these effects. Add a Performage pendulum monster from your deck to your extra deck face up, or destroy a Performage monster card you control. Third part is when an opponent's monster special summon monster declares a direct attack, you can special summon this card from your graveyard. Okay, so you can block some stuff over there. And then we got the brand new Blue Eyes stuff. So let's go ahead and check this out, as I'm sure it's going to be very, very hype, nostalgic, but is it actually going to be good? That's the question. So starting off, we have Blue Eyes Spirit's Ultimate Dragon. So light dragon synchro effect, level 12 3,500 attack, 4,000 defense, and it requires 2 tuners and a non-tuner Blue Eyes monster. It says you can only use the second and third effect of this card's name each once per turn. So the first part is your opponent can't banish cards from your graveyard. The second part is when a card effect is activated on the field as a quick effect, you can negate the activation. If you do, it gains 1,000 attack until the end of the turn. Okay, I mean, it would be better if it negates and destroys, but I mean, it boosts up. The fact that the second, like, this only once per turn. I mean, at least Blue Eyes has a negate now. The third effect is if this card is destroyed by battle or a card effect, you can expose one light dragon monster from graveyard except for Blue Eyes Spirit Ultimate Dragon. Okay, so you can't just get 2 of these and keep on going for it. So, I mean, I just wish they at least had negate and destroy. Like, I don't think that that's, like, so out of the question. It's not like it's probably going to make it super OP, but nonetheless, I feel like that's just what people want in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Maiden of White, Light, Spellcaster, Tuner effect, level 1/0/0. You can only use the first, second, and third effects of this card's name each once per turn. So you can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard. Place a True Light from your hand, deck, or graveyard face up in your spell and trap zone. Second part is if you spell summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon while this card's in graveyard, you can spell summon this card. So it's pretty easy to make it, probably. When a card effect is activated that targets this card in the field, or when this card is targeted for an attack as a quick effect, you can spell summon a Blue Eyes from your or one Light Tuner from your graveyard. Okay, cool. Next up, we have the Prayers with the Eyes of Blue. A normal spell card that says you can only use the first and second effects of it once per turn. First part is discard one card, add one level 1 Light Tuner, and 1 spell trap that mentions Blue Eyes White Dragon from your deck to your hand, except for Prayers with the Eyes of Blue. So that literally means discard 1 card, search for effect failure. Now we're actually cooking. Second part is you can banish the card from your graveyard, target a Blue Eyes White Dragon you control, equip 1 Blue Eyes monster from your extra deck to it as an equip spell that gives it 400. Oh, I thought I was going to say 4,000. I was like, dang, that's actually not that bad. Because then you search for failure, you just one-shot stuff. Pretty cool stuff indeed. Next up, though, we have the Saga of the Blue-Eyed Dragon. So it's a normal spell that says you can only use one of the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn, only once that turn. So the first part is to spell summon a Blue Eyes monster from your deck or graveyard or banishment in defense position. But you can also spell summon Blue Eyes White Dragon with its effect if you do not control it. Oh, you can only spell summon Blue Eyes White Dragon with its effect if you don't already control one. I guess is kind of like the better wording here. But anyways, you can't spell summon from the extra for the rest of the turn except for dragon monsters. The second part is you banish the card from your graveyard to fusion summon 1 fusion monster from your extra using monster from your hand or field as material, including Blue Eyes. Which I said hand, field, deck, graveyard. That'd be really good. Or, I guess it's pretty OP if you use summon from the deck, because then you can go for a lot of other things. But, I mean, still, you technically still have, was it Future Fusion is still at 3, but, like, even though that sounds crazy, like, for a lot of different things, it's still probably not going to be seeing play, because it's just too slow. But, like, I like the idea of some of this stuff. It's really cool. But, I mean, it's better, but is it going to be S tier meta? I don't see it, but I'm curious to know, what do you guys think on the new Blue Eye stuff, as it's probably going to be a lot of, players will try to play it, but really cool artwork, though. Anyways, that's going to wrap things up. If you guys want to see more of this, as well as gameplay, coming very soon, hit subscribe, turn the bell, and you'll see more. Let me know your thoughts on the cards.